Okay, Dr. John here, and you know the holidays are upon us, and this is when a lot of times when people lose it in terms of dedicating themselves to staying fit, staying disciplined with what kind of food you put in your mouth, and you know your families can drive you nuts, so you could have a tendency to get negative once in a while. But aside from that, I'm going to give you 3 exercises that if you do these, you're going to just make your body so much more responsive. You're not going to put on that winter weight, but you got to do this 3 times a week. The reason why you're not going to put on this winter weight this year is because you're going to be disciplined with what you put in your mouth, stay away from the sugar and the processed foods. At the same time, we want to activate the largest muscle groups in your body, that being your legs, your hips, and your back. If you do that, you stimulate your metabolism, okay? It's important to build muscle as you age. So here it is. This is an abbreviated version of my True Core Training video, TRU Core Training video. You can see the long version, but you won't need it on my website. What you need are 2 things. You need a belt, find a belt. This is going to be involved in the first exercise called the static hip abduction. Then you need an exercise ball. At the very least, you could use a couch, but you'll see. What we're going to do here is 3 exercises in succession. The pre-exhaustion phase is the static hip abduction. And what that is a 2-minute time static contraction where you're going to sit on the exercise ball. Ideally, it would be a little more blown up than this one so that your hips are at 90 degrees to your knees, okay? So what you want to do is sit on the exercise ball, and what you're going to do is take a belt, find one of your husband's belts if you're a woman, or a guy, it's one of your own belts, and put a notch in there so that when the belt is fixed and locked in, your knees are going to be at 2 fist distance apart. And what you're going to do is you're going to push out, you're going to spread your legs against that firm resistance for 2 total minutes. Okay? First 30 seconds is 50% effort. The middle minute is 75% effort. The last 30 seconds is as hard as you dare to go. What you're doing here is pre-exhausting your glutes, your buttocks, your hip extensors. They are the strong link in a squat or a leg press. So if we can pre-exhaust these, then the next exercise you're going to do is go into a standing body weight squat, okay? Your buttocks will be fatigued so that your quadriceps, which are the weak link in this exercise, are going to carry them over the top to fully inroad and fatigue these muscles, okay? So, perfect. It's called pre-exhaustion, brought on by Arthur Jones of Nautilus fame in the 70s. So, we're going to pre-exhaust the glutes. You're going to do a 2-minute time static contraction, 30 seconds, 50% effort against firm resistance. The middle minute, 75% effort. The last minute, last 30 seconds, as hard as you dare to go. Remember to breathe freely through this whole thing. Never hold your breath. Okay? Never hold your breath. That's called a Valsalva. It spikes your blood pressure. It does a lot of things, and none of them good. So, from the static hip abduction, you're going to come out of there, disconnect the belt, and then you're going to either do a squat against the wall with the ball, here. For someone who has lower back issues, this might be more acceptable because you can stay more upright. But if you want to engage more muscles, what you want to do is a freestanding squat. The rule is keep your head up, your back flat, and your butt out. And you only need to go to about a 15-degree off of 90 degrees, a slightly obtuse angle at the knee. You don't want to be doing this. You don't have to do that. It's right here. Static hip abduction, then you're going to go right into 15 to 20 squats. Coming up in about 2 to 3 seconds, going down in 2 to 3 seconds, okay? From there, the last exercise is the bridge. Let me make sure you can see me. Now you don't need the exercise ball for this. You could do it on a couch. The beginner's bridge is putting the ball or this leverage point at the knees. What you're going to do is you're going to come up, squeeze your butt for 2 seconds, come down, don't offload, keep it under tension, just barely touch, and then come up again. Going to do 12 to 15 of these reps. This ties in the low back, abdominals, hamstrings with the other exercises you just performed. A more advanced version of this is to go farther out onto the heels. The range of motion is not as great, but it requires more balance. The advanced bridge would be to get to this position, hold it, and then curl the heels in. This is the greatest exercise for the hamstrings, especially combined with the previous 2 exercises you just performed. For all those kids out there that want to prevent an ACL injury, working your hamstrings along with those other 2 exercises will really help protect your knees. Add a calf raise on a step and you've got the perfect ACL prevention sequence. Okay, so by doing those 3 exercises together, the synergy of them working together and in the order you did them in is going to give you a very intense lower body workout. Abdominal, low back, hip, even your calves. So the deal is 3 times a week. You could do 1 circuit, take you about 6 minutes. If you do 2 circuits, obviously it takes about 12. So in about 12 minutes, you work your whole lower body, okay? So there's your tip for the holidays. Don't put too much sugar down your mouth and drink water, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated, and do these exercises and you'll be fantastic. Have a great Christmas.